Personally, I think this is a slightly tricky question. Is meditation dangerous? Yes and no. Why is it dangerous and why is it not dangerous? Let's begin with why is it not dangerous, okay? What is meditation? Again, check out the video somewhere here that talks about what meditation really is. What we call meditation is basically different practices that we do to reach the state of meditation, to reach a meditative state, which basically is a place, a state where you reach where there's clear mind, where you can clearly see everything. There's clarity, deep clarity. Hmm? So, what you and I call meditation is basically just different practices, techniques that we follow, that we learn, that we apply to eventually reach that state. So, why is meditation not dangerous? Because we're not actually meditating, so to say, we're not in meditation. We are trying to reach that state. And believe you me, there are just moments of that clarity that you reach if and when and however much you reach, right? So no, meditation is not really dangerous. In fact, meditation has a lot of benefits, and there's a video on what and how does meditation benefit me. There are tons and tons of benefits of meditation through my personal experience, through research, through anyone that you talk, any stable meditator. When I say stable meditator, is somebody who consistently practices. So anyone that you ask, they'll tell you. In fact, if you were to follow a practice, any guided meditation practice, if you were to follow along, in that moment itself, there's immediate benefit that you experience, right? So meditation has a lot of benefits. And in my answer of no, it is not dangerous, no, it is not dangerous. And then yes, it can be dangerous. Let's sort of break that down a little. So as I said, meditation is a state that we're trying to reach through these practices that we call meditation. When I'm watching my breath, I say I'm meditating. But more than I'm meditating, I'm following a practice. I'm practicing a skill that allows me to step into meditation. Yeah. So why can it be or how can it be dangerous? So now all of these practices, again, watch the video on what is meditation really. And so all meditation practices can be divided into two broad categories: practices that build stability and practices that build insight or wisdom. The practices that build stability are, quote unquote, for the lack of a better word, safer. So it's harder to get into any sort of potential dangerous territory by practicing just stability based practices where you're just maybe repeating a mantra or focusing on an image in your mind or focusing on an image outside or focusing on your breath. All of these come under stability building shamatha based practices. Shamatha based practices are the safest practices to do in my experience and understanding. Now, the potential danger can come in the insight-based practices. A part of the insight-based practices is to open up our mind into being able to see beyond what you are usually able to see and understand and make sense of. And some of these practices can create a lot of strong, powerful perspective shifts depending on your own background, your past experiences, your current understanding, your current stability, your current sort of skill set of how you're able to deal with uncertainty, how you're able to deal with something that seems really bizarre, really off, or maybe even really scary. What skill set do you already have to sort of stay with that? Depending on, do you have somebody who's walked this path a little further than you and who can sort of say, okay, you're struggling with this, you've gotten confused with this, you've gotten scared with this. Hey, here, let me show you this perspective. Maybe this will help you out, right? So, are you working with somebody who's a little further ahead on the path, so to say, than you? Depending on all of those factors, some insight based practices could potentially be dangerous because See, through our meditation practice, we are trying to train or retrain our minds. And again, depending on what I'm already bringing in, what kind of a mind am I bringing? How stable or how fragile or how whatever the mind is, right? Depending on that, the the insight practice could be dangerous if not done in the right way, right container, right guidance. So meditation can be dangerous, but not really.